Thank you, Marcus. Uh-oh. What's wrong with the Stream Deck? Stream Deck is got that big play button on it. Stream Deck's not on or hot or... Hello, Devin. How you doing? We'll get started here in just a sec. Oh, can't start without the open. Come on, BT. Bill Taylor in here on a Wednesday night. The Ken's 5 Digital Center is where we are. Blessings to you and yours. Hope everything's going great on a beautiful Wednesday night. It's really nice outside. But it just won't work if I don't run the incredible open, right? I mean, come on. All right, let's begin with what is this winter storm potential looking like, from the very likely to the possible to the not likely. And we're very likely to see, on schedule, this cold front arrive on Friday night. Temperatures will be dropping into the 30s for the weekend. Rain begins Friday afternoon and will extend through Saturday. What's possible is that the rain changes over to sleet, freezing rain, late Saturday night into Sunday morning. Could be as early as Saturday evening, Texas Hill Country, mid-afternoon. I would say the earliest is 4 or 5 p.m., but the best chance for San Antonio is overnight into Sunday morning. Finally, what's not likely, heavy ice accumulation or snowfall in San Antonio. So what was issued today is the first watch, and there's really two of them. First is the winter storm watch for the lighter blue, and you see New Braunfels, Bernie, Kerrville, west through Rock Springs, even Del Rio under that. That's going to be from Friday night through Sunday morning. The extreme cold watch is for San Antonio, Seguin, Gonzales, Community South. That's Saturday evening till Monday morning. I think that goes even farther because of the fact that you've got, Monday morning is going to be cold, but Tuesday morning will be in the mid-20s too. Angelica, hello there. Hi, Patricia. How much rain could we see? Maybe about half an inch, 3/4 of an inch, I'm hoping. Hi, Cindy. Wondering how we'll be leaving here to Galveston. Saturday morning, just a cold rain, and leave early. Outside party Saturday. Oh, I would stay home. I would not want to be outside Saturday. It's going to be so bitterly cold with wind chills probably into the 20s by the afternoon. Hello, LaQuinn. How are you? And when might Big Spring be experiencing freezing? Big Spring, help me out. I'm not sure where that is. Got the wood for the fireplace. The caldo's ready. Carol, you know what to do. That's a really good recipe, I'll call it. All right, so we know that, again, the Arctic air is coming. It invades on Saturday night, or I should say, let's bring it back here. There it is. By Friday afternoon into Friday night. Saturday is when it really starts to plummet. Sunday, okay? No, because just a cold Monday morning commute, Laura. Edna for Fredericksburg, got it. New Braunfels ice is possible. So let's take a look. Tomorrow morning is going to be a bit cloudy, soupy, maybe a little misty drizzle, very similar to what we saw this morning. And temperatures will be in the 50s. I think we'll bottom out around 53, 54, so it'll be a little chilly. Low to mid 40s in the hill country will be the coldest. Then by the afternoon, look at that, 74. Sunny. So another warm day, and when you looked at today's highs in the 70s, tomorrow in the 70s, these are great temperatures going into this Arctic blast because the ground is staying nice and warm. And when that happens, it's going to make it a lot more difficult for accumulation. So we're rooting for these days to be in the 70s. Even Friday should be at least mid-60s. Now, speaking of Friday, when we get Friday started, you can see by 6 a.m., a little bit better coverage on light rain, definitely socked in with cloud cover. And look at the rain picking up as we get into the mid-morning hours now. Heavier pockets of rain midday, and then we dry out for a little bit in the afternoon. Then the Arctic plunge on temps. Happy birthday, Marcy. Happy birthday, dear Marcy. As I hold out the Ken's 5 mug. Happy birthday. From Bill Taylor in the Ken's 5 Digital Center, talking about the Arctic blast and getting you ready for a big weekend of significant major weather changes to you. Hey, there we go. Nice. The crowd goes wild. I love it. Thank you, Craig. Yes, I love it. Happy birthday, Marcy. Blessings on this next trip around the sun, my friend. Oh, Pozzoli time. Yes, indeed. When we get above freezing. That's a great question because we're looking to stay below freezing for a while. I think it'll be midday Sunday. Let me show you that. This is San Antonio, where we're looking at temperatures to go below freezing as early as really Saturday afternoon, definitely by 11 p.m., then overnight and back up. So we're looking 13, 14 hours below freezing. Friday night, just rainfall, windy, and temperatures begin dropping. Oh, thank you. Oh, thanks. Yeah, this is the chicken on a stick, my Fiesta shirt. So now let's show you what the latest is on the precipitation. All right, so now, Friday, 8 o'clock, and you can see we still have light rain pretty widely scattered across central Texas. Dallas-Fort Worth starts to see the changeover. They're expecting a lot of sleet. I'll tell you, that there could be, in Dallas-Fort Worth, upwards of about an inch on the ground. And that's going to make for some major issues. Now look at even Saturday morning, widespread rain. Into Saturday afternoon, pockets of heavier rain in the I-10 corridor between San Antonio and Houston, but still a lot more rain than sleet and freezing rain, unless you're talking about North Texas, West Texas, You can see it's snow at Lubbock, Amarillo. But it's still liquid for us at 5 o'clock, 7 p.m., 8 p.m., 10 p.m., 11 p.m. We're still looking at light rain. But you can see the hill country. There's Kerrville, Comfort, Fredericksburg, over to Austin by midnight. Then it starts pushing into San Antonio 1 to 2 in the morning. And then look at how quickly it starts thinning out. And it's east of us by 5, 6 a.m. This would be a blessing. I mean, the first blessing is the fact that it's happening over the weekend. Fewer folks have to get to work on Sunday morning than on Tuesday or Wednesday morning. So that's already working in our favor. If this moisture kicks out this quickly and it's out by 5, 6 a.m., oh, that's wonderful. However, that's going to be one model prediction. That'll impact the accumulation forecast, which the models have backed off. So here's Saturday, 6 p.m., starting to see just some light areas of accumulation, barely measurable. We'll call that a trace in that blue there, through even 8 o'clock, and then into San Antonio by 5 a.m. And you can see under 1/10 of an inch, which would be wonderful. I mean, yesterday we were looking closer to 1/4 of an inch in San Antonio, 1/2 an inch up at Fredericksburg. You can see that this kind of ice potential. And again, this is a forecast that can be dramatically different by tomorrow. And again, dramatically different by Friday. So, you know, I just want to show you what we're seeing thus far. Now let's compare contrast with what the Euro model is saying. And it's looking like a lot less. Look at this. Okay? Through 11 p.m. Sunday, nothing in San Antonio. Only 1/100th of an inch, Kerrville, Bernie, east to Austin. Good evening, Diane. Hello, Wesley. Between San Angelo and Lubbock. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's going to be rough out there, for sure. Are y'all expecting ice on the road Sunday? Just a little bit. I mean, one model says no, the other says a very little bit. Remember, in these situations, stay off the elevated roadways. Stay off anything surrounded by air. The overpasses, the flyovers, the bridges, because air's colder than the ground. And so if you're on surface roads, you're going to be much better off. Plus, you'll get, more traffic creates more heat. And the ground, of course, is going to be the warmest. Absolutely. How well can you handle cold weather? Me? I grew up in New Jersey, but I don't like the cold. It's my daughter's 15th. We might cancel her celebration. Oh, man. Just move it inside, Melly. Yeah, I wouldn't have it outside. I would definitely pivot to an inside celebration. But happy birthday. The quinceañera. That's awesome. God bless your daughter. And congratulations to Mom and Dad. I mean, it's always a huge milestone when we have our children turning another year. David, did this timing push back since the last forecast? Was needing to drive up to Round Rock? Not really. It hasn't changed too much. The biggest change from yesterday to today has been the amount of precipitation and the accumulation forecast. Was needing to drive up to Round Rock Saturday morning or early afternoon, but canceled to avoid. Oh, no, I'd go early morning. If you can do Saturday morning, it's just going to be rain to Round Rock, for sure. Haven't changed on that. Hey, Bonnie, what's the forecast? Crystal City, the forecast is 100% chance of spinach. Marisa, I think it'll be, it'll definitely, we won't get anything frozen that far south. It'll be very cold. But it should be just some rain on Friday night, Saturday. Thank you, Pris. Appreciate you. Hi, honey. Happy New Year, too. Appreciate you. Hey, Deb. Kerrville looks like it may be more rain since our ground is quite warm. Yeah, hopefully, but Kerrville, that one forecast does call for a little bit more. I'd like to get this. Let's take a look at something real quick. We've got a little time. I want to see the other models on this precip. and what we have here, because this should be the euro. This is the graph. Let me see something real quick. Make sure. I guess that's it right there. The high res. Oh, okay, that's okay. And then this is long range is that one. Okay, let's see what this is what we want to see. Okay. Now, this is the GFS model. We looked at the euro on what kind of frozen we're looking at, right? And as we get into Saturday afternoon, you can see that it comes in a little bit early according to the GFS. So this is what, I think it was David, the Round Rock trip for Saturday. Maybe this is what forecast you were seeing, or at least what you were basing that on with the change, because the euro is bringing it in and out a little bit sooner, bringing it in later, bringing it out sooner. Obviously here, we take a look now, disregard the banner because I'm changing the source here. This is the GFS model, and at 2 o'clock, we've got it dropping into the hill country, it being the frozen wintry mix, and sleet in San Antonio as early as 5 p.m. And then look at that, staying with us through mid-afternoon. So quite a difference, okay? This would paint a much worse picture for us. This would be a lot more sleet. Look at all the snow up in Dallas at 9 a.m. Sunday. So honestly, it looks as though our long-range models are split. Now here's the deal. Tomorrow, see how the precipitation changes? Notice that we fade into the long range there, and the pixels change because we're going from high resolution to long range model data. Tomorrow we get high res data for Saturday. Our confidence increases. We get a better handle on timing. So tomorrow's a big day as far as what we see with this forecast and how it could be changing. But as of now, the long-range models are a bit split on this. The GFS has us under it for a lot longer, and that could mean higher. That's what's interesting, because it doesn't necessarily add up like that in the precipitation forecast, because the accumulation being, this is the GFS accumulation. But it does have us, getting more than the euro, that's for sure. So guys, I guess it kind of matches up. If what I was looking at for that long a time of sleet, I would think more than 6/100 of an inch. Mother's here from Houston. Would you recommend waiting to drive home until this passes? Yes. I mean, by Monday, if you can wait till even Sunday afternoon, the precipitation is out and it's just a cold drive, as opposed to one that's going to, run the risk of seeing any kind of icing. The Weather Channel has it going more north of Texas. No, that's incorrect. Terry, this is going to be a Texas storm, a big Texas storm. The snow, highest snow totals, those will be probably north of Texas. It's really going to be close. Dallas will be like on that fringe of about an inch of ice to maybe even about half an inch of snow. It's going to be right on that window. Jorge, how can there be clouds in winter when it's too cold for water to stay a vapor? How does a cloud fill up with water? That's interesting. Historically, which model is the most accurate? That's a good question, too, because we definitely, we have trouble picking which one between the two with winter storm scenarios, that's for sure. Kendall, I would wait if she can. I would wait, for her to drive back, because unless she wants to leave early Saturday, get out ahead of it, or wait till Monday. But I think even as early as, say, Sunday afternoon, would be a safer drive. I predict you will come up with a Taylor, Texas algorithm before you retire. I think that would be pretty cool. Would it be safe to drive in San Antonio around 8 on Saturday? Absolutely, Jennifer. Just cold rain is all we expect at that point, just cold. What about anyone flying from Canada? My sister saw the weather, and you know Texas weather changes from one day to the next. True. Flying in from Canada is nothing for her, right, Sylvia? But just depending, I mean, there will be delays, I mean, I'm sure, on Saturday. Yeah, same with me. I don't mind the cold if the sun is out. I'm with you on that one. But I want to go back to Jorge's question. How can there be clouds in winter when it's too cold for water to stay a vapor? That's a really interesting question. I mean, we still have condensation when temperatures match. Just, yeah. And plus, good overrunning causes the cloud cover as well, Jorge, where we have moisture on top of a cold, shallow layer. And so it's colder, warmer on top of the cold, shallow. That also creates precipitation. Isentropic lift. All right, let's get to the 14-day forecast. Show you that, again, the good news is the nice warming trend leading into this Arctic plunge. 72 tomorrow, 66 Friday. Rain chances 30 to 40%. Friday, beginning about midday Friday, even in the morning, maybe a couple sprinkles, but it picks up throughout the day. Saturday, just a cold rain most of the day, changing over in Saturday afternoon at the earliest, evening to late night for sure. And the sleet and freezing rain chances are looking good by early tomorrow morning. Sunday morning. With, again, less than 1/10 of an inch being the highest probability right now. Again, we're going to learn a lot tomorrow. The sun is out Monday, maybe as early as Sunday afternoon, but it doesn't do much. 43 the high Monday, mid-20s Monday and Tuesday mornings both, and that's why we still have weather impact alerts. 48 the high Tuesday. We finally crack into the 50s by Wednesday. Drew, very unlikely we see snow here, just not cold enough. San Antonio, lots of rain. About half, maybe up to an inch of rainfall, Rick, but definitely a good wet cold on Saturday. Prepare for that. All right, my friends, I love you all. God bless you, and we will see you on Ken's 5 News at 10.